In the harsh winter of 1874, I found myself traversing the unforgiving terrain of Colorado's San Juan Mountains. It was a perilous expedition fueled by the promise of newfound riches in the goldfields on the other side. 6 of us embarked on this treacherous journey, driven by the allure of fortune. Little did I know this expedition would become etched in history as the haunting tale of Alfred Packer, also known as the Colorado Cannibal. As the bitter winds howled around us and snowflakes danced in the air, I, disheveled and distressed, stumbled into the Los Pinos Indian Agency near Saguache, Colorado. The yearning for warmth and sustenance led me to their mess hall, where I recounted the horrors that had befallen my companions during our harrowing journey. Starvation, snow blindness, and frostbite had claimed the lives of all but one, the peculiarly well-fed survivor, Alfred Packer. Let me take you back to the fateful morning of April 16, 1874, when the mess hall door swung open, revealing a man clad in rags with a long beard, a coffee pot dangling from a strap, and a rifle slung over his shoulder. That man was me, Alfred Packer, and as I stood there seeking refuge, little did the compassionate souls at the agency know the gruesome tale that awaited them. The genesis of this ill-fated expedition traced back to Bingham Canyon in Utah on November 20th, 1873, where a group of hopeful prospectors, initially strangers to each other, set out for the promised riches near Breckenridge, Colorado. Fate intervened when our paths crossed south of Salt Lake City, and I, with dubious credentials as a guide, offered my services. Unbeknownst to my fellow travelers, I was no seasoned guide, but rather a man tainted by a troubled past, short stints in the Union Army, a propensity for seizures, and a trail of failed occupations due to a troublesome attitude. My reputation for thievery and deceit did little to endear me to those who crossed my path. The journey from Utah to Colorado was fraught with challenges, blizzards, dwindling food supplies, and the constant bickering among the party members. By January, desperation had set in, forcing us to consume horse feed and contemplate the unthinkable, slaughtering our horses for sustenance. Amidst this ordeal, my shortcomings as a guide became glaringly apparent. In a twist of fate, we stumbled upon the camp of Chief Ouray and the Ute tribe in a valley just outside Montrose. Contrary to expectations, Chief Ouray extended a helping hand, offering food and shelter and advising us to wait out the treacherous winter. However, the lure of gold and the fear of rivals claiming it before us divided our group's decision. A difficult choice was made. Half the party would stay behind to safeguard the horses and wagons, while the rest, against Chief Ouray's counsel, would forge ahead to Los Pinos Indian Agency. I insisted on a direct mountainous route, asserting my knowledge of the terrain, and, inexplicably, 5 men chose to follow me. The ensuing journey was a nightmare of freezing temperatures, dwindling provisions, and incessant squabbles. Eventually, the 2 factions diverged, one following the Gunnison River, enduring the harsh winter but surviving, while my group faced a dire fate. I led them astray, and as supplies dwindled, desperation gave birth to unthinkable acts. In May, as the survivors from the Gunnison River group reached the agency, I, the sole survivor of my faction, had already arrived, my well-fed appearance betraying the horrors I had endured. The agency, unable to comprehend the incongruity of my condition, extended help and hospitality. The truth, however, remained elusive. My initial narrative, a concoction of snow blindness, exhaustion, and abandonment, was unraveling. The agency's General Charles Adams, suspecting foul play, initiated a relentless pursuit of the facts. Witnesses, the remnants of the Gunnison River group, and Chief Ouray's tribesmen all played a role in exposing the dark reality. A council convened, and as the pieces of the puzzle fell into place, an ominous revelation surfaced. 2 Ute tribe members presented pieces of human flesh, claiming to have found them near the agency. Panic seized me, and under pressure, I offered a ghastly confession. An admission of cannibalism, survival, and the macabre events that unfolded in the mountains. However, doubts lingered. Preston Nutter, a leader from the Gunnison River group, voiced skepticism, contending that my account was a cover-up for murder and theft. The saga continued with my arrest, imprisonment, and the general's futile attempt to locate the bodies in the unforgiving mountains. Months later, an unexpected discovery by an illustrator named John Randolph near Lake City brought renewed horror to the forefront. 5 bodies in varying stages of decomposition bore witness to the grim fate my companions had met. The scene described vividly by Randolph underscored the brutality that had unfolded. The subsequent investigation revealed defensive wounds on the victims, challenging my narrative of a desperate struggle for survival. Yet a serendipitous find, an 1862 Colt revolver loaded with matching bullets, added a layer of complexity to the narrative. The debate between my guilt and innocence continued, and forensic analyses offered conflicting perspectives. Legal proceedings unfolded, leading to my conviction on charges of premeditated murder, theft, and more. A sentence of hanging loomed over me, only to be overturned due to a technicality. A retrial ensued, resulting in a conviction for voluntary manslaughter and a 40-year prison sentence, a record at the time. In the aftermath, the relentless efforts of Polly Pry, a Denver Post reporter, transformed public opinion. Her portrayal of me as a victim rather than a villain garnered support, leading to petitions and, ultimately, my parole in 1901 after 18 years behind bars. The ensuing years saw my life take unexpected turns: employment at the Denver Post, a semblance of redemption, and a newfound pursuit of prospecting. As the years waned, I succumbed to the inevitable, passing away in 1907. The story of Alfred Packer, the Colorado cannibal, lives on, an enigmatic tale of survival, cannibalism, and the thin line between victim and villain. In a peculiar twist of irony, Alfred Packer's story extends beyond history into humor at the University of Colorado Boulder. The university humorously named its cafeteria the Alfred Packer Memorial Cafeteria in the 1970s, playfully acknowledging the dark chapter of survival and cannibalism. This unconventional homage stands as a testament to the unexpected ways history can find a place in contemporary culture, weaving together the solemnity of the past with the irreverence of the present. In the heart of Boulder, Alfred Packer's name lives on, bridging the gap between a grim chapter in history and the lightheartedness of student life.